So I got a little further into this than I probably should have before I realized I didn't have the video camera on. So anyway, the hydraulic thumb that was on here, the mount for it, while we're picking up the logs and stuff, decided to break. So I had a buddy of mine weld her up, and he did a good job, but it just didn't hold up. As you can see here, I think the camera can see, it's very thin on these sides, and that's where your break point's going to be. So I'm going to see if I can have one made up out of some decenter metal. But in the meantime, I put the manual thumb back on, but I don't like using the manual thumb. The hydraulic thumb obviously has a lot more control, so I decided I'd go ahead and put the actual log grabber on, since we're still using it to pick up logs for cutting for firewood. So what I did so far is I took the pin that connects from here to here and connects to this. That's the pin there, and there's another one on the other side, and that connects into here and here for that moving action. So I'm taking the bucket, the quick hitch off, and then we're going to see if we can get the log grabber on. So I just got to knock out this pin, and this whole setup here should come off. I'm going to put the pins back in where they come off of, just so I don't lose them. And yeah, so that's where we're at now. So we'll get that going, and you can see that. So should be able to just pull that out now. There. Now that bucket's off. So what we'll do is we'll pull this out and put it up into its top position so it's out of the way. We'll put all the pieces back on that to keep it all together, and then we'll see if we can put the grabber on, and then we'll give her a test, see how it's gonna work. We might end up taking this right off, I'm not sure. So for now, I'm just gonna put it up here. Actually, really, there's no point to having it on there. So I might take it right off. Yeah, let's do that. We'll take it right off. There's no point to having that on there with the log grapple on. Put these pins back in here. Goes in here. Through here. Ready? What do we think? Grapple. Look now. They're in these. Not in there. And we'll stop what we need. We're going to use that. We'll let it here. Get that way. Take the lid on. So, we'll go here today. We'll aim it. Now, lower. So, what's on there? Not sure. Not on there. Not there it is. Hold it. Put it on. See how it looks. I figured doing this on the back of the mule would be easier than on the ground. The worst part is it doesn't give you guys a very good line of sight to what's going on. Actually, you see my video about the mini skid steer, it's wicked. I love the mini skid steer, and the mini excavator is no different. It's definitely making my life a lot easier. Some of these logs we're cutting are 2-3 feet diameter, and I don't know about anybody else, but I certainly don't want to be lifting them by hand. So, right, round, there. See. Now we need to in there. Well, I don't know. That's all we do is give it a try picking up a log. So something's definitely not right. I'm gonna go look at a couple of videos, see if I can figure out what's going on, then I'll come back. All right, so I don't know how well this will show, but I don't see another way for it to go on. But what I did was I put the manual thumb back on. A buddy of mine stopped in, he was looking at it too and suggested putting that on, so we put this back on. And what that'll do is give this something to go up hard against, and we were able to pick up the logs. So we'll give that a go for now, see how it works, because really I don't know what else to do, because there's no other way for it to go on. I tried moving this pin back to here, but there's just not enough room with the with the front piece for it to be able to go on and effectively work. So we'll see how that works out, and worst case we modify stuff from there. So we're gonna get to cutting some firewood here now. So we'll give her a go, and then I'll come back and let you know how it all worked. So the manual thumb didn't work. Come to find out, I was missing these pieces. So with these pieces on, it allows it to swing proper and hold everything together. So we're picking up stuff anywhere from 2-3 feet in diameter to 6-4 inches in diameter. So it works great. It actually works better than the bucket and the hydraulic thumb. So we'll be using that for the rest of this year while we're cutting firewood. And we don't have a whole lot left to get through. That's what's left. So that's what we'll be using from now on.